Hey guys, Calvin Russell here, managing broker at Park Place Realty. Today we're going to talk to you guys about what do you need to fix before you have an inspection or before you even sell your home. Let's go straight into it. So of course we know that when you're buying a home or when a buyer is going to be buying your home, they're going to do an inspection. Obviously, there's going to be some things that are going to be just eyesores. They're going to be, completely obvious, and there are some things that you need to just take care of, especially if you already know about it. So let's talk about those. Number one, if there are any wet spots inside of the ceiling or any cracks or anything like that where it comes from water, you most definitely want to go ahead and get those taken care of. If we're talking about the foundation, you need to be ready to explain what that is, or just go ahead and at least get an estimate. That way, if you decide that, hey, I want to do this, or if you don't have time to do it, or even if you don't have the money to do it, at least you got the invoice, and you can always give the buyer a closing cost credit, and that credit can go directly to that company at the closing table. The attorneys can arrange that. That way it gets taken care of if you're not in the financial position to get that taken care of, okay? But for things that's like at the handyman level, like a wet spot or something like that, now that's up to you if you want to paint over it. But of course, I strongly recommend trying to find out what was the cause of that issue, assuming that you don't have it, that you either didn't dig to see what that was about, or if you haven't gotten that repair which led to that wet spot. But in most cases, it's usually something that was an old leak. They took care of it and they just let it sit like that. You can easily paint over that. Why? Because that's obvious. If you leave that open, what ends up happening is it makes it seem as if, one, you don't care how the house looks, but two, that you have a lingering issue that you now have to explain. You want to put yourself in a position where everything's already either explained or you've already put things in writing as to why this is this. So be prepared for that. But if you take care of things early on, you'll be good to go. Now, of course, like loose handles and missing items. I once saw a property where the faucet handles, one of them was missing. Little things like that. Again, that's obvious. Take care of that. Yes, it's going to show up on the inspection report. Yes, it is something small, and yes, it's something the buyer may not trip about. At the same time, stop being cheap and take care of certain things if you're in a financial position to do so. If there's discoloration from the walls, or if there's something that's broken, if it's cracked or something needs to be replaced, if something needs to be fixed outside, I'm not saying that you have to fix everything, but just take care of things that are completely obvious and that people wouldn't expect. If they walk inside of a property and they see a gaping hole in the wall, obviously take care of that. If your light fixture is hanging too low or if something's broken, obviously take care of that. So just little things that are obvious, you most definitely want to make sure you take care of. If you're not sure what needs to be taken care of, you can always order your own inspection and at least get a list. That way you can be at least mentally and financially prepared for what's about to come. And if you say, I can take care of some of these things, again, you can, but I always recommend letting the buyer do their own inspection and let them telling you what's most important, okay? So of course, if you like this video, like it. If you want to share it, share it. And as always, be sure to subscribe as we've got nothing but great content well on the way. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you in the next video.